Shadow of Mordor released another, what you call it, didn't he? Another trailer, and it's like got gangst. It's got like it's got like rap music and like they're all dressed in gold, and it does look pretty cool. But the game puts me off because I'm like, I just want to know if there's a lot of grinding in it. Because I know there's a good point where they said like you're gonna play the game loads anyway. So if you unlock the loot anyway by playing the game loads like you would, that's fine. But I'm thinking if it feels like they've extended an extra 20 hours of grinding on there. Because if there's extra grinding on there because of some random shit, then I won't be happy, because I'd rather spend 20 hours playing a game that like actually appreciates me fucking time. Where like I'm not grinding 20 hours to get the best loot because you've added microtransactions in. Like, do you know how much? Do you know the first Shadow of Mordor sold more copies than Arkham Knight? Shadow of Mordor sold over 4 million copies, which is fucking ridiculous. And yeah, don't get me wrong, there's more consoles out than like maybe Arkham Knight, but like that's still saying something. So it's the most they're spending the most money on publishing their like this game as well, like Shadow of War. But I'm like someone said, they should have just announced the microtransactions earlier and then done all this shit later on. Don't announce microtransactions on a live stream like it's something fucking wonderful. It's like, look at all this new stuff and look at this. It's like, yeah, I know. Do you know what I mean? It's just, I know. It's like you're paying 40 quid. And then yeah, get the season pass if you do good expansions. But it's like, yeah, now your expansion, I think you haven't told us what it is a bit. But then it's like, I don't know, it's just one of those, isn't it? Just gaming's getting a bit fucking greedy. It's like online passes. You remember where it was like you had to buy a game new, otherwise it didn't come with an online pass if you wanted to play like any EA games. Yeah, and then EA jibbed it off because it was everyone fucking hated it. Yeah, Mass Effect 3, yeah, it did. You have to pay a tenner or 7 quid or something. Yeah, that's what I got anyway, yeah. Would have been it's just stupid, isn't it? Like, that's what I mean. Now it's like microtransactions are crazy. I understand free-to-play games like Warframe and whatnot, what people spend hours, or like, you know, Orcs Must Die, where like we played like, not hours, well we played a good maybe 10 hours or so on it. Had a lot of fun. If you want to keep on supporting it, then yeah, because they're not making any money from it. But like, when it's just getting so fucking greedy. It's like PUBG. It's like we were saying, 8 million. It sold 8 million copies at 30 quid. It sold more than like Uncharted and stuff. Like, it's a massive fucking craze, and you're being greedy bastards by doing microtransactions. Like, I know it's intense, but Jim Sterling said he thinks it's gonna die, yeah. He says he thinks it's gonna fucking die eventually. You can play it on an S. You can get it on the S anyway, and he's getting excited about that. Yeah, don't get me wrong, it's great, but that's still not a system seller. Are you gonna really play PUBG? Like, you might do. It might be super addictive. No, and you're telling me it doesn't even look that good graphically. It doesn't even look that good graphically anyway, because it's a fucking PC mod. The guy used to work on DayZ. That's pretty much what it is. It's an Arma 3 mod. Yeah. Well, the guy used to work on DayZ or HC, is it HC, what is it, H1Z1 or whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah, it's pretty much just the same guy, so it's like, And no. Yeah, it looks good fun, but like, I want something different. Like, it might be intense, but yeah. No. And like, it's been out for nearly a year now, I think, and they've only released a new map. I know they've been doing patches, but like, it's look at Ark. Like, don't get me wrong, Ark's like gone up in price a bit, I think, but it's took 2 years for it to come out of early access. But they've added loads of new shit, loads of new story stuff. They've added new ending to it now and everything. But it's like. But Ark looks much better graphically, yeah. And there's more to do in Ark than PUBG. PUBG's just basically, like, don't get me wrong, first person or third shooter, but there's nothing else. Ark's got story, it's like a massive world game, you can, like, ride on fucking dinosaurs, create, like, mech dinosaurs, I think. There's like, you can do base building, sorry, and all this, so there's a lot to it, like. I know, and then when he says they're not going to add it, I know. It's like you've spent probably like a fucking 2-3 weeks sorting that out. But it's funny how you've delayed all your patches. Yeah. Because when you think your game's not, it's not even finished. And your game's still flipping making millions. I don't know. It is. It's disgusting. I know, and that's what I'm interested to see what it's like on Xbox. Because when's it coming out on Xbox? Is it launch or is it actually? Because it won't be ready. It won't be ready when it comes out. Like yeah, it actually won't be ready when it launches. Yeah, it will be, because it'll be like what it is. Ark was a bit early access on PlayStation, but it was pretty much nearly finished. I bet yeah, Xbox will want it to be nearly fully finished, but at this rate it bloody won't. Like, can it open this door now, maybe? That's what I mean, so Dad says that, you could be talking fucking... You could be talking, like, in the summer. I know, you're like... I've just bumped into someone called Prime Disciple of Golden Bottle. His fucking style's like fucking Drunken Master. Yeah, but that's what I mean. I know, it's fucking great. Yeah. Or maybe you need to change it. Yeah. I would. Yeah, I'd change it. I'd want to change it to my YouTube account, because I would put Mecha Robot instead. Because my Xbox is Mecha Robot and everything, don't get me wrong, I'm used to this, but it would just be pretty similar. I only put Mecha-sugu because I thought that's like the next one that sounds alright, so I'd want like Mecha Robot or something. Shit, I've just got his sword. Sweet, I've got that gold bottle dude sword. Yeah, but that's what I mean, like, I know Death Stranding now don't show us it until you've got gameplay maybe, but like, we've got a long lineup now. Like, it's like Brian McCaffrey said, PlayStation didn't have a big massive launch. We had a few bits that were okay, but he said, at least, yeah. But he goes, least, yeah. Like, yeah. And he's like, now, yeah, and he's like, we're not, and he's like, and he's literally like, yeah, PlayStation didn't, but at least he took chances. He goes, Order was a good game. He goes, I love the story and world, but the gameplay pretty much sucked because it was just boring, like nothing really happened. But he said, at least Sony take that chance because they've got other games. But that's the thing, like in 2 years, yeah, and then we got Horizon, yeah. 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 Smashing it, yeah, you should be. Well, that's what I mean. This year for us alone now, for all the games I'm playing, all my games, like, all the games we're playing, like, I'm playing Absolver, 8 out of 10, fucking love it. Like, Gravity Rush 2 I've still got to play. Nier Automata, yeah, we might not like, you might not like some of the games that I've played, but you pretty much played all the games that are in running for the game of the year. Like, you don't have to anyway, but like, at least you've tried them. Like, Nier Automata, yeah, you thought it was okay. I loved it, because obviously everyone likes different things, but this year for games alone for PlayStation, all these exclusives are getting really high ratings. Like, and all these indie games are like great and all that, so it's like this year for PlayStation, and then next year looks just as good, because obviously next year, if it is true and nothing gets delayed, we're going to get Detroit, Spider-Man and God of War. They're 3 massive fucking titles. They're like fucking, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, well, they didn't give it, did they give it 2018? Did they say 2018? No, they didn't give a date, did they actually? They didn't actually give a date, did they? No, they didn't, because I remember, because it... Actually, yeah, I can't remember. But it must be close, like, so... Well, it looks it anyway from what they've shown. See what I mean? So if we have those 4 games, that's just nuts. It's just one of those, yeah, fair enough, you're excited for PUBG and all that, but in the 2 years, like, yeah, slow start for us, you had some of your games, no one gives a fuck about Halo now. Halo's pretty much like, no one cares, it's pretty much died. Yeah, there's a hardcore fan base, but the majority of hardcore fan bases have gone. It's like... Yeah. Right. No, they're not. And even if say 1 or 2 are delayed, if we get Days Gone, say God of War and Spider-Man or anything, then that's fucking awesome. So it's one of those where it's like, yeah, they will buy it. Yeah, that was... Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they don't do a collector's edition. Like, where you get, like, a cool, like, PS4 console with it. But yeah, that's what I mean, like, it's just one of those where it's like, yeah, I get it, but I just feel like, yeah, we did start off slow, but we got the Order, which could maybe carry on because it was good and it sold well. We got Knack, we've now got a sequel. I tried the demo of it, the demo's only 10 minutes. Knack actually plays and handles really well. And the game actually interested me, and for 23 quid I think it's a steal basically, so I hope that does well. Like, because it was like from the tiny bit of platforming you do, and the combat seemed good, and you learn a new move straight away. So I was like, sweet, that's awesome, and it's co-op as well, so... And like, when there's a few little quick time events in one of the cutscenes, but when there's two of you actually do the quick time events together as a tag team in it. And then, obviously, you can time your combos together as well, like, so... When you hold square, Knack does a flurry of, like, you know, fast punches. But if you do that on your teammate, he actually, you know, all the shards that Knack's made out of, all those pieces, it sends them flying like a machine gun. So then you can actually do co-op moves together and stuff. So I'm like, for 23 quid, that looks like it could be another steal, and I hope because of Crash and Ratchet and Clank that people maybe buy it for the kids, because it's like a cheap but really good adventure, and the lip sync and voice acting is fucking spot on. Like, I was looking at it and I was gonna say download the demo if you want, like, because it's only 10 minutes long and it's quick and easy. And what's good about the menu shows you the fucking what's gonna go on in the game. It looks like you're gonna have some mad, like, God of War style boss fights. And some of it looks nuts, and I was like, for a game like it, I was like, fair enough. Yeah, don't get me wrong. At the start of the demo, it's like it says something about the first game, but I'm hoping this month now, I'm hoping they give us Knack free before it launches. For PlayStation Plus on the 5th, the game comes out on the 6th. Give people Knack 1. They should give us Knack 1 so people can play it, and if they like it, they get Knack 2. I don't think you really need to know about the story as much because of that, but I think, like, she does go, you save the world and you fight like this, and he's like, hey, and then the lad who is friends with Knack, he goes, you can jump. Also. And it's like, yeah, it's like little funny throwback, so it's one of those where it's like, for 23 quid, you can't moan, and that's another exclusive. Yeah, it might not be the best, but the first one sold well because it's a launch title, but at least Sony are taking chances on it, and yeah, all these remasters, but look at Yakuza's coming more popular, everyone's getting excited, Yakuza 2's coming out, apparently that's the best one in it, and like, if they do if they remaster 3 in the next 6 months, if they do 3 and 4 in the next 6 months, and then 5, and then release 6, because 6 is coming out this year in Japan. It's a brand spanking new one that carries on the story of Yakuza. So if they bring all those out, well, what it is, like Yakuza, you've got Yakuza 0, which is the prequel to Yakuza Kiwami, which is the first one, which you sent me today, so that's the actual first one. And then you're getting Yakuza 2, which is obviously the sequel to 1. And then you've got like Yakuza 3, 4, and then 5. 4 and 5 come out on PS3 a few years ago, but obviously we didn't get 1 or 2 or 3 over here, so you didn't really know the story, but in the actual games themselves, they let you watch all the cutscenes so you could kind of get the story without playing the game. But obviously you probably gain more from playing the game, I guess, because if you're watching cutscenes, yeah, it's fine, but you probably feel a bit more close to the character if you spend a few hours, you know, playing it and whatnot and doing side missions. So it's like, I'm like, well, if they come over, which it looks like they are now, like Sega are bringing them over, then happy days, because I love Zero eventually. Like, the remasters are only 29 quid and you get a steel book, so like, that's a good deal. And like, the full-on remasters are like all new motion captures, they've got the voice actors back in, the scenes are 1 for 1, but all the textures are better, the combats are updated, they've done new stuff, so they're fully done. And next year, if we get Shadow of Colossus, that's another game to add to our next year's list, and that's another big fucking one as well, if they add Shadow of Colossus. So, and it's Blue Point and they do good remasters, so it's just one of those where, like, all these stuff they're doing, they're giving fans what they want. So it doesn't matter if it's a remaster, because it's like, at the end of the day, if you're giving fans what you want, they will buy it. As long as they buy it, they'll give you, yeah. That's what I mean. Loads of people have been bitching about, like, what was that game called, like the cat and all that, and like, people want Conker to come back on Xbox, because like, he had Conker's Bad Fur Day, and he's not coming. He came in like that, like, Spark game where it was like create your own thing. So it's like, we get it, but we're getting a lot of new games. It's like that Brian said. Wasn't it Brian said, like, we have 300 more games released on our console than Xbox have? And yeah, don't get me wrong, that, like he said, they're not all the best. But they're still, in a way, they're not all the best. But the thing is, some of those games might actually get people to buy the console. Like Hotline Miami, great games. People might love Devolver and be like, I love it on PC, I want a PS4, I can replay it, because I love Hotline Miami. It's not worth a system seller, but to be honest, those two games, I've beat one 4 times, and that's saying more than most games, to be honest. When you think, no, but yeah, and like people who've never played Shadow of Colossus, the new generation can enjoy it. It's like you remastered Gears of War fucking 1, and that's not even that old. Like, yeah, it might be 10 years old, but it's like it makes sense because people who haven't played it can play again. Like yourself, if you've never played Gears, then it made sense, like, to give it a go, and then if you like it, then it's a new franchise and you make more money. But the thing is, Xbox done that, and it's like, yeah, you've done that because that's the only really one that anyone really cares about. Like, what else? You remastered Halo and you fucked it up. You fucked that massive collector's edition right up. Yeah, you absolutely took a fucking dump on that. Like, people were so excited, and it was like, see, that's why I think 343 is shit. It just, like, they're not shit. Developing's not easy, but why the fuck did they rush out their biggest franchise out and fuck up Halo 2 and 3? Because that's a great idea, playing all the Halos under one roof, but you've messed it up. Yeah, 'cause didn't you buy Tomb Raider as well? Yeah, because that was when we first started speaking a bit, I think. Like, properly. Yeah. Because it was while you were on it, yeah. What, Halo? Yeah, Halo 1's a great co-op game and like great together, and the story's pretty decent. It's not the fucking best. The music in Halo is superb. Like, some of the fights in it with it are great, and like Halo did do a lot, but that was Bungie. But like, I played 343, and that's what it was like. I played, and I'm like, you shat on the seller. Like, I don't know if it was anyone who basically I don't know if it was basically like, look, we want you to maybe spit this out quickly because we've said now, but you shouldn't have rushed it because you basically shat on all the fans who was waiting for this massive collection. And that happens with quite a lot of games, but when you do that, and then Halo 4 and 5, I bought 4, like I said, yeah, I queued outside. I remember me and Amy were queuing for it, because like, I was excited, because I was like, I know Bungie's left, but fucking Halo Reach was superb, like story-wise and all that. Like, it was great because all the characters in it die. All the Spartans in Halo Reach die. Everyone you're with, all your 6 squad just get killed, but they get killed in different ways. Like, remember when Kat's running, and you're all running, and out of nowhere she gets sniped through the fucking head, and you just don't expect it because she just gets sniped, and you're like, oh shit, like. And then like your epic finale where you're having a fight to the death, and like, that was Bungie, and then Bungie left. Destiny was pretty shitty. I know it's got a big following, but it wasn't like a Bungie quality game. Like, it was good shooting and stuff, but you know, Activision basically wanted to make it into a fucking cash cow. And then and it was like 343 now. They're Halo games, you're lucky probably even if they have like 2 million players playing it. Like, there's not many people playing it, and that's a shame, because for a game that went from selling 12 million to only selling 4 million, like Halo 3, 12 million, Halo 4, 8 million. Yeah. It's like, it's bad when your biggest fucking franchise has dropped 4 million each fucking game. It increased every time, yeah. 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 Like, it increased every time it went up. Your franchise kept on flopping every time it went down. Hmm. Oh, that one was fucking shite. ODST was okay, but the problem is you weren't a Spartan, and do you know what annoyed me? Every time I played it, like, yeah, every time I played that game, what was annoying is you could reselect the same mission. Like, I went up and I was like, oh, the marker's telling me to go here. I'd pick it up and I was like, I'm sure I've been here though. Or maybe it'll activate a new mission. Went on, it was the same mission. And then I couldn't back out of the mission. I couldn't actually back out to the hub world and start again, so we had to redo the whole mission. I was like, fuck this. I was like, why tell me to come here when I've done the mission? Don't tell me to come back to this mission point if I've done it. Tell me to go to the next area. And I was like, nah, it was alright, and like, don't get me wrong, the shooting was great and all that, but Halo Reach for me was like it was my most favourite Halo. Like, I love Master Chief, but just creating your own character, having your character in the cutscenes and all that, I was like, it's great. That's what I mean. It's like Brian said, didn't he? He goes, I don't know why. He was like, I don't know why the Japanese or what games don't sell. He was like, we've got Tales of Graces. I love the Tales series, like Tales of Graces, Tales of Hysteria, Tales of Symphonia, and not like Tales of I can't remember. There's another one, but like he said, he goes, Tales of Hysteria, I think was a Xbox exclusive, didn't sell well whatsoever. Like, all the PlayStation fans were like, oh my god, like this one, it got like 9 out of 10s or like 8s. Xbox fans didn't give a fuck because all they care about basically is Halo and Gears of War. That's all they literally care about. And I'm like, it's a shame because you have opportunity to have these games and you never ever support them. I'm like, Dragon Ball Z, you probably wouldn't even sell that well on the Xbox. Like, it will sell a shit ton on the PS4. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, Judgment isn't that good. Judgment isn't that good of a Gears of War game. Like. It isn't. Yeah, it was. Yeah. That's what I mean. It was like, look at Quantum Break or Sunset. See, I love Gears, like 1, 2, and 3. Like Gears of War 1, the Mad World trailer was one of the best trailers I think I've seen in a long time. Like, just having that Mad World playing and you see Marcus running away and he jumps into the window and then there's just all the, like, locusts. I can't remember the spider type now. But I was like, I remember like saying to my parents, I want Gears of War, like, and I remember for Christmas they didn't buy me, and it was such a fucking good game, and like the graphics on it were just immense, and you were like, this is awesome. And then Epic left, and then now really no one really cares about it. Like, it's just one of those where it's like, yeah, just Gears is kinda, it hasn't faded, but the trilogy was great. You don't need to make more of this shit. Like, just leave it as it is now and just do something else. Like, that's scale bound. It was like, look at Sunset Overdrive. Insomniac done Sunset Overdrive, didn't sell well, not enough to make a sequel. And then that's what I mean, like, Xbox have tried, like Quantum Break, like Quantic, no, Remedy, who do Max Payne and, well, the first 2 Max Paynes, and done and Alan Wake. Alan Wake didn't sell that well on Xbox. It was a sleeper hit. Like, fans request it now. It didn't sell that well. Oh, the American Nightmares isn't that good. If you like American Nightmares, times that by about 3, and then yeah, well, the actual game itself is much better. It's more psychological thriller. You'd like it because it's a really good psychological thriller horror game. But like, they didn't support that, so now like they haven't done it, and now Remedy are bringing a new game called Project 7, that's a code name to all consoles now. So I'm happy because I'm getting it on PS4 now because Xbox fans don't want to support it. And I'm like, you get all these great games and you don't even support it. Like, all you would have to do is get 1 million sales, and I think it only got like I think Quantum Break, was it? I think that only got like 400,000 or say 500,000, or I don't know, even if it was near 1 million, but it wasn't enough to sell it. And they do take a while to make their games. Like, they admitted that the boss fight was sucky, but they come out and said, yes, sorry, our boss fight did suck. We took note of that, but the rest of the game was good. That's the problem. Like, they get loads of these games that they can support and then just don't, and I just don't get it. I'm like, you just like, give us Gears, give us Halo. You will get those games. Why don't you support other games? Like, why are you so obsessed with these shooters? Don't you want new stories? Like, don't you want to play Scalebound, an open world RPG made by Platinum Games, who basically made Bayonetta and like Nier Automata and fucking Vanquish and all this, which are like great games, but you don't want to support it? I'm like, I just don't get it. Yeah. No, like, not everyone's gonna like it, and like, it looked fun, but how many times is it fun to get shot out of a pirate and save for treasure? Sorry, like, I know they'll add to it, but yeah. Well, you know, that's a good game, but like Sea of Thieves, what will stay on your mind is the funny moments, but it's like, how many of those funny moments are there and how repetitive will it be? But like, that's coming out next year. When's that? Like, yes, you might love pirate games, fair enough, so people like it. No, it looks good, but like, it's just online, so it's like, it depends on the dickhead you play with, like, doesn't it, as well? Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean, and it does make it better. So it's like Mark and Brad, they might play a bit, but I don't think Brad plays it much now because he's busy going to McDonald's with Haley loads all the time. But like, but it's like, it's one of those where it's like, yeah, unless you get a good group of people, you might meet him there. But from what I've seen, I know every game can be repetitive, but it's like, how different is it? Like, can you... I want to, in that game, hopefully they'll add like where you can make your own massive pirate crew, but if the server doesn't fit a lot of people on, then it's not going to feel like a big open world and all that. And will it be like The Division, where when you first play it's great, but then eventually it kind of dies out, and then when the new expansion comes, you play it for a few hours and you're like, well, not much has changed? Where like, there's just... It's one of those, isn't it, where it just depends on the support it gets, and I think it will sell well because, like we said, there isn't much coming out to Xbox, and that's one that advertising loads. So that is like one of their big titles coming out next year with Crackdown. But then as well, you look at it and you're like, really, this can run on an Xbox? It doesn't sell an Xbox One X to me. What game would sell it to me is if that Metro game and that BioWare game was an exclusive to Xbox One X. I would have been like, holy shit, I'm definitely getting it for BioWare's game because that mech game looks amazing. And I know that's on an Xbox One X, but the thing is that really the graphics? Like, we don't know. Like, for all we know, that could be a vertical slice, and then it could turn out like Watch Dogs, where it doesn't look that good. Ooh, let's see what bosses in here. Yeah, Nintendo Switch, yeah. No, Nintendo Switch, like. Yeah, you've got Zelda, you've got Splatoon, you've got Arms. Arms is a great game, and all that. So. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. It is good Arms, but it's one of those. What I find with Nintendo games, they're great, and then you don't really play them after a while, like Arms. When I I played it at Jack's, it was good fun, but I couldn't see myself diving hours and hours, because it's a good fighting game, but it's one of those where it's a good fighting game, but it's not where like Tekken, where Tekken's probably, or like the Naruto games, they're the most interesting, but fighting games where I'm not like biased because I like anime in a sense, because that helps because of like the universe. Tekken is some of the most fun I've had in a fighting game because the way it plays, but Arms is good, but it's like Mario Kart. I love Mario Kart, done all the cups, play online a bit, but after like a few hours or an hour or so, I'm like, meh. And then I don't play Mario Kart for months and months, yeah. But there's probably there's more exclusives on Nintendo probably than there is on fucking Xbox by now. Because you've got Splatoon 2, you've got Zelda, you've got Mario coming out. I know it's all Nintendo stuff, but like, what is it? You've had Arms, Splatoon 2, Mario Kart. Yeah, it's a remaster, but it's got some stuff in. Smash Bros will probably come here. Pokemon's gonna come back. And like all their games, and then you're obviously gonna get Metroid, and then a brand spanking big open world Pokemon game probably. Yeah. 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 Yeah, that's what I mean. No, it was alright. It wasn't fucking the best, like, but oh, shit. That's what I mean. I just want to get round to playing it because I want to finish dancing on it. Like I finished it, but then I've got like a bit more to finish on it.